Martin, how do men keep women?
Well, they have to get them first. And the way that men attract women, I mean, this is all well documented, well understood, is first and foremost, they have to display that they're resourceful and have resources. In other words, usually money. Money is a big attraction for women. But the men also need to charm, which usually means flattery and a lot of attention, because we all like attention. And, if those things work, if the man's physically attractive, and there's a lot of evolutionary psychology in all this. Why does a man need to be physically attractive? Because he needs to show that he's good genetically. But anyway, that's another story. So the man needs to charm, to flatter, to give attention, and to show that he's got resources. And men will lie about the resources they've got because they know how important it is. Anyway, having once got a woman, and the word got is not the best word, but once he's in a partnership with a woman, then maybe he'll be very vigilant. In other words, he'll maybe phone her at unexpected times, and in some way or other get her to prove where she is. Jealousy at the end of the day. He will try and conceal his female partner. In other words, not take her anywhere, particularly not to parties where other men might be. He'll want to monopolize her time so that she's always with him. And that way, of course, she can't do anything with any other man if she had that intention. He will create jealousy. So he'll flirt with other women to see what her reaction is. And if there's no reaction, then he'll be even more suspicious because he'll imagine that she doesn't care and maybe she's in another relationship. He'll try emotional manipulation. If you leave me, I'll harm myself. That kind of thing. To try and keep, a female partner. He'll say that typically when things are going pretty badly wrong. If you leave me, I'll kill myself, that kind of thing. He'll derogate competitors. Every other man will be some kind of idiot or monster as far as he's concerned, and that way he feels that he'll be putting himself in a better light. He'll spend lots of money on her, maybe, if he's got that kind of money. I remember once being on holiday, and on the bed next to me was a 50-year-oldish man, and this beautiful young, probably 18, 20-year-old girl came up to him and said, "You haven't bought me anything for 2 days." So he's obviously fairly wealthy, and as far as she was concerned, the sign that he cared about her or whatever was him buying her stuff. Men will also self-abase, and this is not a very good strategy, but they will. I'll change. I'll become whatever you want me to be. It's a form of self-abasement. And, that might be initially attractive to a woman, but I think ultimately she won't want that. He'll show or display or exercise violence towards men that he sees as competitors. And a woman may subconsciously quite like that. He cares about me so much, he'll beat people up. But again, what the woman doesn't realize is that if he's got those violent tendencies, that violence could well be directed towards them, not only males that are showing an interest. And finally, the final straw is that he will be violent towards his female partner as a means of keeping her within the relationship. You do this, you do that, and then some violence. And then she'll be frightened out of her wits. Hopefully she'll get out of there pretty quickly. But those are the kind of retention strategies. It's all pretty ugly stuff in truth, or a lot of it is. But that's the way the world works. The mating between men and women is not so much different as the mating between various animals. And so retention, domination, deceit, all those things play a part. Anyway, there you go. That's how men keep women. And if you're a male, I've given you about 10 tips on how to do it, but for goodness sake, don't use them.